with anything? If not, can you hit the bell so we can move on to the next topic, because we have a lot of people want to call in. And of course, you know, Oscar, you know, he responded to us because, you know, remember we was on Split Decision. We basically didn't criticize Ryan, but we said, listen, Ryan, if you keep calling out Gervonta, it's cool, but nobody believe you because Oscar DeLa Hoya came out saying, nah, it's too early. Gervonta is a beast and walked away. So you have to clear up with your promoter. So unlike Canelo Alvarez, who's calling lawyers when Oscar De La Hoya is trying to convince him to fight Charlo and Andre, man, Ryan Garcia want to fight the best. He's calling out Gervonta. He forced his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, to make a public statement that he wants the Gervonta fight because he want to show the world that he's sincere. So I got to give him credit to that. Now, do you think that Ryan Garcia is following the footsteps of maybe a Canelo, not a Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya, because they doubted Oscar De La Hoya as well, saying you a pretty boy, you can't fight. He beat Chavez. Oh, that hurt a lot of the Mexican fans' heart. So they put that as a grudge against Oscar De La Hoya. So he had to prove himself, but he did. He fought the best in their prime, so on and so forth. He following the footsteps of Oscar. So I got to give Ryan credit more so then he following Canelo footsteps.
Why is that? How is he following the footsteps?
Because if you look at Ryan Garcia, he just called out. They saying that he revealed his future plans, which is a Linares, which is a very good fight. Linares won by KO.
That's a real good fight.
Then Gervonta, then Devin Haney. So that's three back to crazy
you're talking
fight.
About future
I'm
stuff.
talking about his next fight.
Fights
I'm
that
talking about his
haven't
next
been
fight.
made. Yeah, but you're saying
hold on.
He hasn't carved out anything.
But I'm
yet.
saying when Canelo was his age, he fought Baldemir, who was 40 years old. He fought Ricky Hatton brother at 154. He didn't fight no Gervonta at 154. That's why he's not following the footsteps of Canelo, because Canelo, he fought Ricky Hatton brother, bruh. Man, Ryan Garcia calling out Gervonta. Let's give him his props. So
how was Canelo when he fought Mayweather?
Canelo was 23 years old.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia, 21. And I'm talking about who did Canelo beat for his first belt? Ricky Hatton brother. Exactly.
Matthew
So
Hatton.
It ain't Floyd Mayweather. He lost to Mayweather. Anybody will fight Mayweather. Like, that's not a point. Because anybody will fight Mayweather. I fight Mayweather. Well, that don't mean nothing.
When you're fighting the number,
I'm gonna get my ass
by the time
too.
you're 20, when the time you're 23, you're in a position to fight the number one pound for pound.
Ryan Garcia is calling out the best at his division from Gervonta and all of that.
That's good. But
so let's give him his props.
When he do it, I want to see he hasn't done nothing. Like a lot of people talk.
He just knocked out Fonseca.
Oh yeah.
And he called out Linares. When did Canelo call out Andre to Charlo?
I don't know if he
has. He never did and never will.
I don't think he has to.
He never did and never will. So my point is,
because he the shot caller. Like people who are trying to get fights, they call people out. If you the shot caller, you be like, I want to fight him. Okay, you've earned enough. You can fight me.
Exactly.
So he's a shot caller. That's same thing.
What he said? He said you earned, but what did Rocky Fielding earn? What did Murat earn for himself? You earned. Come on now.
Rocky used his white privilege, so it's like, you got some fans and from England.
But he won't fight no brother. Like Mayweather whipped all his people on their Mexican Independence Day, but he won't fight a brother for a get back. To get back for all the pain his people suffered.
He knocked out Kirkland in Texas.
But to stick to the point, stick to the point, man. Stop playing with Canelo, man. You know what time it is with him. He don't want no smoke. He don't have no cojones, man. Ryan has all the cojones. Hopefully he give him the courage to actually call out Andre Charlo and make the fight. Don't call him out, make the fight, because you say according to you, he the boss. But he rather fight Murat and stuff. So that's
a B move. That's that's a B move or whatnot. Like I'll call that like a bitch move. I'll call it out when I see it. But what I'm saying is like I state facts. Like let's not act like
so
Canelo
what do you think about that
is a person making the calls.
What do you think about that?
That's
making the calls.
I think that's beautiful for on him to. I think that murders row of fighters. Because don't sleep on Jorge
Linares.
Linares. He's a great fighter. He's a little bit longer than 2, but I think it's a really good fight at this time for Ryan Garcia. And then you're talking about Gervonta Davis and Haney. I'm surprised that they're doing Gervonta Davis before Haney. But there also, this is speculation at the moment.
Okay, so I think okay, well, we're gonna get to the Devin Haney. Yeah. But as far as Linares, that's a tough fight, a high risk, higher reward, you could say, really. But it's kind of a high risk fight because Linares doesn't have a title, and he just won by impressive KO. He did suffer a cut. He did get busted early on. So let me see if Ryan could defeat a Linares, especially in the same fashion he been doing his last two previous opponent. He been winning by KO in the first round. Let's not forget, Gervonta did not knock out Fonseca in the first round. He knocked him out in the 8th round. Yeah. He did come out of shape. He did fight him when he was undefeated. However, Ryan Garcia showed in and showed out. Against Duno, they said that was his most difficult fight to this date. But he watched him, so he convinced me.
I think that they had a good...
I respect what Ryan is doing because he convinced me.
they had a good promo team because like Duno, man, it's like...
I mean, Duno, Ryan Garcia made Duno because when he didn't accept the fight the first time for the chump change that Oscar De La Hoya was offering him, that kind of blew it out. It got blown out of proportion. But point remains, the best two opponents, at least on paper, he did his best performance against them. I think that's credit to Canelo Alvarez's trainer. He's teaching him a lot of moves. He's saying he learned from Sugar Robertson. So you know, from stepping back and countering with the left hook and all of that.
A bit of a
Of course, you know, it's hard to knock out an opponent while you moving backward, countering, but he was more flat-footed at the time when he caught him with that. But my point remains, you know, you have to give Ryan Garcia his props because at the end of the day,
not really.
Because he calling out the best. I respect anybody that has enough cojones to hop in the ring with anybody.
I mean, once you do it, I mean, he has shown to be exciting with his last couple of fights, but even with that hook knockout, I mean, I still thought his chin was way up in the air, and I just think he's a knockout waiting to happen.
You think he'll knock for real? So you don't favor him against Linares?
We'll talk about that fight.
Okay, all right. So I favor him. You know, I mean, he a good fighter. You know, great show, Professor Nim. We're gonna end the night, and of course, split decision. Episode 22 is over with, where we offer the Book of the Truth every Sunday live on Split Decision. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post or go live on AkHi TV during Split Decision. We have real life professors teaching at the AkHi University. All you have to do is subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decasts /O Media. Of course, shout out to Dante for starting the new media wave that I'm a part of. And obviously, shout out to Professor Nim. Always great talking to you, man. You know, lay it out. Of course, you picking Tyson Fury. I'm picking Wilder.
I got him by split decision. So we're going to, cut up this live segment. So we're just going to have the one that's focused on the prediction. So we want to see the people 50 push-ups. Go ahead, put online. Like, we're going to record it. We want you to record live, and then we're going to post those up. And then also, once we get to about like 20,000 subscribers on AkHi TV, we're going to bust out a very cool segment called Professor Nim's Boxing Gems, where we're going to be teaching you like little subtle movements, but just kind of really schooling y'all, taking it from the classroom into the gym.